Joining us via Zoom to further discuss the minorities' concerns over the proposed AT-Telecel partnership is the Deputy Ranking Member on the Communications Committee, Davis Ansah Opoku, popularly known as OPK. Many thanks for joining us, OPK.
Thank you, my sister. I hope
So
you're doing well.
You've expressed support for Rectron's proposal to invest $150 million initially and up to $1 billion over 5 years. What are the key terms of this proposal, and why do you believe that it's a better option than Telecel's?
Well, I think first of all, we ought to appreciate the fact that when the government acquired AT for $1, the aim was to save the 500 jobs and also to protect 5 million subscribers. So clearly, I mean, the policy was to safeguard jobs, preserve competition, and secure national digital infrastructure. Now, we believe that when there's competition in the telecom industry, the citizenry or our people stand to benefit. And that is why at all times we are pushing very hard to ensure that there's competition in the sector. Creating a duopoly like what the minister intends to do, for me, will not help. And you see, this whole discussion about merging AC with Telecel has not helped in times past. I mean, we all remember Airtel. We also remember today the point they had to come together and said that they can't move Airtel to this. And they could not even stand the market force from the other major telecom industry. So we believe that at all times, the interest of the state is to promote competition in the telecom industry. And there's a blueprint. It's something that we thought that the minister would follow. But I mean, since early 2025, the consistent inconsistencies from the minister, I mean, flip-flopping on this subject has not helped. And I think that is something that is a bit worrying. I mean, first, he promised that he was going to inject some capital into AT. That did not happen. Two, we heard of an MOU that was signed with Rectron for 60% ownership, where Rectron said they were going to invest $160 million into AT. This, we know that as we speak, this was before KPMG, we supposed to advise government. The advice, I'm told, has not come. But the minister has gone on further to announce a mega with Telecel. I mean, a company that owns about 16% of the shares of market shares. We believe that merging 6% plus 16% cannot stand the force that MTN brings on board. And so we need a third force. We need somebody who can provide real competition in the market. I mean, this also borders on national security concerns. Can you imagine that one day if the two companies shut down, or one of these dominant companies says that they are withdrawing their services from the country, or for some reasons do not want to operate? I mean, there will be a complete chaos. And it is for that matter that countries encourage competition. Countries encourage a lot more companies involved in the telecom industry.
OPK, you've also raised concerns about Telecel's own financial difficulties. Why do you think these difficulties should disqualify the company from taking over AT?
Our challenge is not with Telecel's, I mean, speaking from today I've met with the management of Telecel. I mean, they tell us they gave me their books. So we appreciate the fact that, I mean, they are doing very well in a very competitive environment. My concern is what I've expressed to you, the lack of competition, creating a duopoly in the system. And of course, my sister, if somebody is offering $150 million with a $1 billion 5-year term, and we all know that this Canadian company has the capacity to deliver on what they are promising. And there's somebody who has announced a $60 million injection into the company. And I mean, which one do you go for? Certainly you'll be looking at the $150 million with a clear plan to take us out of this whole begging. As we speak, AT is engulfed with a lot of debt, $1.5 billion in terms of service delivery that ATC has provided for them. And so you need to look beyond the 50 million. You need to look at a company that is ready to inject more within a particular, and that is why we think that this whole speed, this whole attempt to hoodwink the Ghanaian people, this whole attempt to, as it were, sneak in this whole process, that's mark of some fishy dealings from the minister. And of course, we also believe that Parliament must be involved because
yes, is that why you believe parliamentary oversight is necessary?
It is absolutely necessary, my sister. I mean, the government of Ghana owns 100%. The government of Ghana ought to be informed. The people of Ghana ought to be informed, and that is through Parliament. So these matters must come before Parliament. But you go to Bloomberg, companies that are announcing some packages. We hear of MOUs being signed and all of that. We think that the whole situation is becoming murkier, and that is why we are inviting His Excellency the President to step into this matter and try and arrest the situation. We want the best for Ghanaians. We want to protect the 300 jobs that are currently employed at 80. We also want to ensure that there's competitive environment for everybody. I mean, the minister should focus on creating a shared environment where all these companies can benefit from, rather than trying to, hoodwink us and try and give these things out without any recourse to the laws and, Parliament for that matter.
Right. Finally, OPK, you've mentioned a possible conflict of interest involving Communications Minister Sam George. Could you clarify these allegations and explain how they might affect the fairness or integrity of the transaction?
Well, for me, my focus is on the whole deal. I mean, I know that the press conference mentioned some sponsorship deals that go on. For me, I think that the focus is on urging the young minister to exercise restraint, seek the advice of KPMG in this matter, and be well informed so that we can get the best out of it. Also, it's important to engage Parliament. We have complete oversight over this. We are custodians of the land. I mean, it's important that this thing comes before Parliament. We scrutinize the deal. I mean, some transparency, some openness in this whole deal will help.
Honorable, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's do some more stories now.